Hello, welcome to Code and Box Automation Lab. This is Sherful. In this lecture, we're going to demonstrate Scrum Open assessment. It means who are interested for PSM exam, like Professional Scrum Master exam, they need to go through some mock test, and this is one of the open assessment from the scrum.org, which is to validate your knowledge based on the Scrum, how depth your knowledge for Scrum, all the events the association forms has happened, right? So this is it's all about, there's a tons of the mock test you can find online, but this is one of them. It's an open assessment. It's from directly from scrum.org, and there is a survey from number of candidate who passed the exam, and they said 5 to 10% questions comes directly from this assessment. So this is very important. Definitely you need to go through it before you go for the final assessment or final exam. So let's go start. So it is just to let you know that this is there is a pass mark is 85. Probably 80% you have to pass, and for this it is the total number of question is 30, and has a limit of time. It's 30. So let's go start. Let's start. Okay, so which is a sprint overview. I'm not going to explain too details the answer because I may wrong even, so let's go through it. We'll learn over the exam, but let's go through it. One is a sprint over. On all the product backlog items meet their definition of done. Choose one best. Sprint over. So I feel it's like number B. Okay, the next one is how much work must the developer complete for each product backlog items they selected for a sprint. Next one is what does it mean to say that an event has a time box? Choose the best. There is one more things like just read this one after you read the questions, like is it choosing, you need to choose the best one answer or multiple answers. Sometimes you need to choose multiple answer, so make sure you notice that part too. Next one, when does the next sprint begin? The immediate after the conclusion of the previous sprint. Next one, during a sprint a developer determines that the Scrum team will not able to complete the items in their forecast during the sprint. Who should be present to review and adjust the product backlog items selected? Choose the best answer. The product owner, it will be product owner and the developer. Adjust. Okay. The next one, when does the developer become the solo owner of an item on the sprint backlog? Sprint backlog. Choose the best answer. Right, team member can accommodate. Okay, never during the sprint. Definitely it's not a sprint planning during the Scrum. Solo owner of an item to the developer, never. Okay, all the sprint backlog items are owned by the developers on the Scrum team. This one. true or false, it is mandatory that the product increment be released to product at the end of each sprint. It's not true, because it's not a mandatory to really go to the release at the end of every sprint. It could be, it depends on the company organization. It can go after 2 sprint, 3 sprint, so it's not a mandatory. Next one, who creates the definition of done? Usually definition of done is created by the whole Scrum team. Let's see the best answer. The product owner? Nope. If it is not an organization standard, the Scrum team must create a definition of done appropriate for the product. The Scrum team, in a collaboration effort with the result in the common denominator of the all members definition. The Scrum, I think this would be C. The last one is a Scrum Master, definitely no. So the Scrum team must create a definition that appropriate for the product. Okay, the Scrum team in collaboration effort where the result is the common of all members definition. It could be B or C. If it's not an organization standard, the Scrum team must create a definition of done appropriate for the product. I would go for B. Sometimes you will see this, some of the answer is very close, but let's see. Okay, next one. What is the main reason for the Scrum Master to be at the Daily Scrum? Okay, so I would go for probably A. They do not usually Scrum Master, they do not need to be there, but they only need to ensure that developers have a daily Scrum. They want to ensure that this event is happening, and also in time box, right? So that's one of the close answer I can find. Next one, the 3 pillars of empiricism are transparency. It should be inspection, number D, inspection, transparency, and adoption. Next one, which statement best describe Scrum? A complete method. Scrum is not a method, so definitely this is not true. Next one, a defined and predictive process that comes from the principle of no. Cookbook, definitely a framework. Scrum is a framework for creating complex product in complex environment, so this is the one. The next one, the time box for the sprint review. Sprint review time box. Okay, choose the best answer. 4 hours for a monthly sprint. For shorter sprint, this is the one. This is the one. So 4 hours for a sprint, monthly sprint. For the sprint review is the time box. So next one, when should the developers on a Scrum team to be replaced? So here B could be as needed. Usually Scrum doesn't recommend to change or replace the developer, but in natural it can, I don't think so. It's never it reduces the productivity. I would say this one, unless the natural cause happen, like the developer, they go away from the company, they change or switch their job, right? But when should, it said it should, so Scrum usually never recommend that, so never it reduces productivity. Yes, I would go for C. Let's see, we'll see the answer at the end of the assessment, I believe. Next one, who should know the most about the progress toward a business objective or a release and be able to explain the alternatives most clearly? So when you say about the business objective or release, this is the product owner. You will find the product owner has the most authority or knowledge about the business objective, and release. The Scrum team consists of the following. Choose the best 3 answer. Here you can see there is a 3. They're looking for best 3 answer. Okay, the Scrum team consists Scrum Master for sure, developers for sure, and the product owner. So this is the 3 stakeholders. They are the main character for a Scrum. Next one, which Scrum events are time box? Again, the 3 best answer, right? Time box is sprint review for sure. Sprint review, it's 4 hours for a 1 month sprint or less. Sprint planning is 8 hours for a month sprint, and sprint retro 3 hours for 1 month sprint. So those are the, and release testing is sprint. No, so this 3 CDE. Next one, the time box of a daily Scrum is 15 minutes. Daily Scrum is 15 minutes. Choose the best answer, right? 15 minutes for 4 weeks. No, it's not. 15 minutes is for all sprint. So who is required to attend the daily Scrum? So choose the best answer. The developer for sure. The developer. Scrum Master is not necessary always. Then a Scrum team, the developer and product owner. Okay, that's the developer for sure. So the developer. Choose the best answer. Developer and Scrum Master. It's a developer. Mainly it's a developer to sync up their own work with each other. So I would say it's the best answer is the developer. Okay, so next one, which statement best describe the sprint review? Okay, the sprint review, choose the best answer. Okay, it is when the Scrum team and the stakeholder respect the outcome of a sprint and figure what to do next. Here you can see A and C is very close. Yes, in a sprint review there is a demo happen, but it's not limited to only demo. So it is more likely Scrum team and the stakeholder, they inspect the outcome of the sprint and figure out what to do next. They provide some feedback, some advice, those things. So I would prefer for A. So next one, an organization has decided to adopt Scrum, but management wants to change the terminology to fit with terminology already used. What will likely happen if this is done? So they want to decide adopt Scrum, but management wants to change the terminology. Okay, so let's see the best answer. Management feel less. I would go for all of the above. Let's see. The next one is the developer should have all the skills need to. Should have. Okay. The best answer. Okay. Complete the project. Estimate. I will go for C. Turn the product backlog items they selected into an increment of useful and valuable product functionality. The next one, which statement best describe a product owner responsibilities? Okay, directing the developer, no. Keep stakeholders from, no. Managing the project, ensuring that work meets the commitment to the stakeholder. Optimize the value of the work. Optimize the value of the work the Scrum team does. Yes, this is the one. the time box for the sprint planning event is 8 hours for a monthly sprint planning. Yes. For shorter sprint, it's usually shorter. Yes, this is the one. The next one, which of the following services is appropriate for a Scrum Master in regards to the daily Scrum? Daily Scrum, right? Choose the best one. I will go for, definitely this is one of the, like, teach the developer to keep the daily Scrum within 15 minutes. This is one of the main responsibilities of the Scrum Master for daily Scrum. Next, ensure no, I think this is the right one, A. Next, go for the next one is the CU asks the developer to add a very important item into the sprint that is in progress. What should the developer do? Choose the best answer. Add them to the item to the next sprint and to the current sprint. I would say without adjustment, definitely no. Inform the other member of the Scrum team so the team can decide what to do. Add the item to the current sprint. I would say no. Okay, they need to discuss the, because it is a teamwork, so they need to discuss, including with other Scrum team member. It means including the product owner. It's the one product owner and the developers other, okay, to decide what to do. True or false? Okay, the purpose of a sprint is to produce a valuable and a useful increment of working product. The sprint is to produce a valuable and a useful increment. Yes, valuable, and this is true to me. Next one, who is on the Scrum team? Choose the best three. On the Scrum teams, definitely developer. There's no project manager role. The Scrum Master, the product owner. So developer, Scrum Master, and the product owner. Which two things should the Scrum team do during the first sprint? During the first sprint, answer the best two. Okay, this is a little bit confusing. Okay, so I would say I will go for create the complete product backlog to be developed in the subsequent sprint. This is one of the things I believe, and because it's the first sprint, maybe you will not going to develop that many items. So develop and deliver at least one piece of functionality. Definitely this is not true. Deliver an increment useful valuable product. Maybe this is true. I mean, deliver an increment of useful valuable. So maybe you will develop something, but not you will develop in a full speed. Determine the complete. No, you will not able to determine the complete. This is also create the complete product backlog to be developed into the subsequent sprint. Maybe this is true. I would say develop a plan for rest of the release. I don't think so this is true. So to me it's B and D. Let's see. The next one is, when does a developer become accountable for the value of a product backlog item selected of the developer become accountable for the value of a product backlog item selected for the sprint? Okay. Well, it's developer never, as an individual developer, they never accountable or own any product backlog items. They own the tax, some subtax from that specific product backlog items, and they share it. So to me, never the entire Scrum team is accountable for creating value every sprint. At the sprint planning, let's see, whenever the team member can accommodate more during the daily Scrum, I would say never. Usually enter Scrum teams, it means yes, the developer also. So this is the one. The last one, let's see, when multiple Scrum teams work together on the same product, each team should maintain a separate product backlog. No. When it's one product, so one product, they should use one product backlog. So it is false. Let's finish now. Confirm. Let's go. Okay, so it's a percentage, it's 93.3, so I got a 93.3, so it's pass. Okay, it's because 85%, if you get the 85%, so it's you know, then it will be pass. So let's go through which one we missed. Okay, correct answer. Okay, so this is right. We'll just go through which one was not right. Your answer, correct answer D, and then next one your answer B, and it was B. Answer A. Okay, well, your answer D. Next one is choose C. B. Okay, B. Answer is A, it's right. Answer is D is right. D is right. A is right. Next one, I think this one was not right. So okay, so when should the developer on a Scrum team to be replaced? Okay, so I choose the C, but correct answer is D. So I said never. I said it's never. It reduces productivity, but they said as needed, while taking into account a short-term reducing in productivity. So let's see the feedback. The Scrum teams typically go through some steps before achieving a step of increased performance. Changing membership typically reduce. Yes, it's you know, that was I was feeling. It reduced the productivity, affecting performance and productivity in the short term. But you know, if it's really necessary, you can do it. So as needed would be better option. Next one, let's see. CDE, I was right. CDE, and then let's see next one, which one was not right. I'm just going a little bit quick, you know, for the time consume. Okay, it was right. So here we go. This is the one. So which two things should the Scrum team to do during fast sprint? Okay, so correct answer is A and B, but I chose B and D. So the developer and deliver at least one piece of functionality. Okay, so this was the right A and B. So you know, developer and deliver at least one piece of functionality and deliver an increment of useful and valuable products. So this two is the right. So but I choose the B and D. So you know, make sure, you know, let's make it correct. So D is not right. Create the complete product backlog. Yeah, it makes sense now, because in a product backlog will never complete. It will keep continue added the item to the product backlog, so you can't complete the product backlog. So it's better, yes, this too. So it's a you know, first sprint, it makes a little bit confused, because in the first sprints everything is not ready. You know, maybe you're not able to develop, you know, as you expect, but they said, you know, develop at least one piece of functionality, which is add some increment. So my second one was right. Okay, so I had a wrong 2 out of 30, which give me 93%. So it is quite, you know, it's not only the time consuming things, like you have to you know, concern about the time, but also you have to see this, because the pass mark is 85%, is very high. So it's not that simple and easy. So you know, you need a lot of study, you know, and then go for the exam. So I hope it's helped you, and if it's help, put the comment below, and if there is any other suggestion, help each other, make comment, what other mock test you are going through. I will make more videos related with other mock tests that I will go through. It's I already started a little bit, so I have some list of the mock tests that we can go through, so I will make more videos. But if you have any suggestion, if you are going through some of the other mock tests and some tips that can help people, please feel free to share. Thanks a lot, and stay tuned. Have a good one. Bye bye.